Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. I appreciate y'all stopping by after the South Carolina women's basketball team lost against the Texas Longhorns. I appreciate it. I'm going to talk all about it. And follow me on Twitter. I guess I need to say that. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. Wherever you get your podcast, you can find your man Captain Will. And yeah, let's do this. Ain't no shot o'clock today. Joyce. Ain't no shot o'clock today. We ain't doing no shot o'clock today because South Carolina lost and against a very good Texas Longhorns team. We lost. And this ain't gonna be the game that we're gonna complain about the refs. We're not gonna make no excuses on this show about a loss today. We lost. Texas played better than South Carolina did. From beginning of the basketball game to the end of the basketball game. Carolina never led in this basketball game. Never led. We for 40 minutes of this game, we never had the lead. The closest we got was a couple of ties, but we never led. Make no mistake about it. Carolina got beat. Now, Carolina was favored by 2.5 points over Texas. And if you follow like Vegas and the betting lines and things of that nature, you know that you giving a couple points because of you playing at home. And Texas crowd was raucous. Texas crowd was lit. Texas crowd was amazing for what I saw on TV. Now, I got to be honest with you. I have to be honest because when the game came on, I was upset. Because the first voice I'm hearing is Rebecca Lobo and Ryan Russillo. So I wasn't a fan of that. But I have to keep it real. They did a pretty good job today. I just got to be real. They called some, it was all right today. It was all right. It wasn't horrible. But if we breaking down this game and we just look at the totality of this basketball game in terms of field goal percentages and three-point percentages and rebounds, all those great things that we talk about every day. I mentioned before that if Carolina shoots better than 45% or better, we're going to win this basketball game. Well, Carolina didn't shoot nowhere close to 45% in this basketball game. Carolina shot 37%. 37% for this game. Shot 26% from the three-point line. We ain't winning no games. We can hear about free throws all we want to. We can hear all about free throws. We can say, oh, my God, we lost this game because we was 15 for 23 from free throws at 65%. But you know what Texas was? Texas was 14 for 21 themselves at 67%. They wasn't shooting the lights out either at the free throw line. They were not. They weren't. But you know what Texas did? They shot 44% from the field. 44% from the field. And what Texas did not do, they only shot 4 3-pointers the whole game. So that wasn't even a factor for them. The whole entirety of this basketball game. They weren't shooting no threes. They were not shooting no threes. Carolina shot 19 of them and only hit 5. Now, we could take out 2 of them, well, if we want to, because Fulwiley shot 2 3-pointers. It was at the end of the quarter. So, it's still factored into the math. But make no mistake about it. This was not great or good for the South Carolina women's basketball team tonight or today because the game came on at 2 o'clock. It wasn't. Shout out to Vic Schaefer. Shout out to him making the adjustments in his basketball game. And what I did not like about what the ESPN broadcast was doing, it was, Madison Booker playing so much of a better game than she played last time. Last time she shot 3 for 19. Okay. This time she shot 7 for 22. So it's not like she shot the ball well at all. She still shot under 33%. Bree Hall did a great job of her throughout this basketball game. But what hurt the Gamecocks today was our inefficient basketball play. I mean, we just got to be clear. We just got to be clear. Let's start for the first quarter. First quarter of this basketball game, South Carolina was down by 2 points, 18-16. It was a solid quarter for the most part. Texas still shot 48% from the field. Carolina shot 36% from the field. You know, or should I say 40% and Carolina shot 50%. I'm sorry. My bad. But what I did not see in that first quarter was offense that was running efficiently. I didn't see that. And we can blame the fouls if we want to in the first quarter because there was a ton of fouls. It was 9 fouls against South Carolina and 7 fouls against, Texas. But something just didn't feel right with me after that first quarter. I should have felt pretty good, but what didn't feel right for me was Texas getting 18 points. That didn't feel right for me. We was only down by 2, but it just didn't sit well with me. And we go to the second quarter, which is normally the second quarter and the third quarter are our money quarters. Okay, we normally turn up the second quarter, third quarter. Well, the second quarter, we only scored 11 points. And Texas, again, scored 18 points. We could say that our rotations was out of whack. We could say that, certain players was in foul trouble. We can say all those things. But when we talk about the depth of this basketball team, we can't say, like, yo, we got the depth and we got the 10 McDonald's All-Americans, and then we complain about foul trouble. Because I'm never going to complain about foul trouble for the South Carolina women's basketball team. Thus, because we have that depth. So I'm not going to sit here and moan and complain about, pow with 2 early fouls. I'm not going to sit here and cry about that because the pow is early foul trouble with 2 fouls. Then you have Tessa Johnson, you got MiLaysia Fulwiley, you got, Maddy McDaniel, you got all these players to come in and pick up the slack. But if we go to that second quarter, which really, that second quarter is the game decided. Real talk, that second quarter. So Carolina in the second quarter, we were 4 for 15. We shot 27%. You know what Texas did? They shot 9 for 18. They were 50%. You know what Carolina shot from the three-point line? We were 1 for 6, 17% from the three-point line in that second quarter. But that ain't it. Carolina had 8 rebounds. They had 13 rebounds. We had 3 assists. They had 4 assists. That is the crux of the basketball game right there. The money quarter that we normally get, we lost by 7. 7. And in that second quarter, you had Powell play 6 minutes. You had Chloe with 10 minutes. You had Breezy with 10 minutes, and Raven with 7 minutes, and Tessa with 3, and Joyce with 7, and Fulwiley with 4. Adhel Tac with 1, and Maryam Dauda with 3. So you had everybody playing pretty much in the second quarter. But in terms of efficiency, in that second quarter, I mean, it was MiLaysia Fulwiley. That's it. And she wasn't spectacular in that second quarter because we only had 11 points. But she had 4 points, 4 out of 11. She was 1 for 2 for the field, 2 for 4 for the free throw line, and a couple of rebounds, 1 assist. But it was some disappointing play in that second quarter. It was some disappointing play. You had Powell with 3 points in the second quarter, 1 for 3 from the 3, had a rebound and a turnover. You had, Feagin didn't even play in the second quarter. They didn't play because she was in foul trouble from the first quarter. You had Chloe. You played 10 minutes, 2 points, 1 for 4 for the field, 1 rebound. That's not Chloe. And 2 turnovers. That's not the way it goes. And I could go on and on. Breezy didn't get anything on offense in the second quarter. She was 0 for 2 for the field and played 10 minutes and 1 rebound. And I get, in the first half, I get that Breezy's job was to guard Madison Booker. I get that completely. And she did a great job with that. But we got to get some offense, too. We got to get some offense. And that second quarter hurt. Raven, my favorite player on the basketball team, had 7 minutes. 2 assists, 0 points. Didn't take a field goal. And we just go down the line. Tessa has not looked like Tessa in several games this year. Several games down the stretch. Tessa, tournament Tessa, tea time with Tessa. All tournament Tessa had 3 minutes, 0 for 2 from the field, 0 for 2 from the 3-point line. 1 rebound. Joyce, 2 points, 1 for 2 from the field. What I'm saying is, the quarter where we actually supposed to set a surplus, we had a deficit. And it was hard. We could come back. South Carolina is a terrific and amazing, and I believe still the best team in the country. But things have to go right as well for Carolina. We have to shoot the ball well. We have to. We cannot have players getting several minutes. I mean, a lot of minutes in a game and not produce offensively. We play great defense. We do. Terrific defense. And we play, good defense in this basketball game. But offensively, that wasn't a top 7 ranked offensive team in the country playing tonight. Now, I know that Texas is very good. There's a high probability we're going to play Texas again in the SEC tournament, possibly in the SEC championship. And there's a possibility we're going to play them in the Final Four. They'll make no mistake about it. But this was a Texas team that does not have a very good defense, have an average defense in terms of field goal percentage allowed, has an average defense in terms of 2-point percentage allowed. South Carolina didn't hit on those cylinders today. We didn't. If we fast forward to the third quarter where Carolina came out on fire, came out and played the type of Carolina basketball that we know and love, where we had 22 points and they had 13 points, adjustments was made. They were made in this game. And it was made in that third quarter. And we fast forward to the third quarter. You're talking about a situation. We discussed a situation where Texas was 5 for 15 for the field, 33%, and Carolina was 8 for 17 for 47%, and 3 for 8 from the field for 38%. That was a terrific quarter by all measures for South Carolina. 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Powell had 10 minutes and got 5 points, 1 for 4 from the field and 1 for 2 from the 3 rebounds and 1 assist. And you had Chloe with 3 points, 1 for 2 from the field, 1 for 1 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. That's pretty good. Breezy came out and hit 2 threes. 2 for 2 from the field. Okay? 2 for 2 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3-point line. Those are great things for Breezy, and came out with 3 rebounds and 1 assist and only 1 foul. I love aggressive Breezy Hall. I've said that many times and many times over. I love aggressive Breezy Hall. That third quarter, she was aggressive. And she hit 2 3-pointers. My problem with that situation is she played 9 minutes and took 2 shots. Okay. Raven played 6 minutes and took 2 shots. And both of them were 3-pointers. That was not Hollywood tonight by any stretch of the imagination. And third quarter, Powell took 4 shots and 1 for 4. Here's the thing. Our 3 starting guards, Raven Johnson, Breezy Hall, Powell, shot a total of 8 shots in the third quarter and played 25 minutes. 8 shots and hit 3 of them. We need more. We only took 17 shots all together in the third quarter. It was a successful third quarter. And we're not going to poo-poo on that. But I just got to say with all sincerity, from the bottom of my heart, I'm having some problems. Captain Will's having some problems. And my problems. Here's my problem, y'all. This is just keep it real. My problems is MiLaysia Fulwiley got to play more minutes. I'm going to say that tonight. I'm going to say that over and over again. MiLaysia Fulwiley got to play more minutes. MiLaysia Fulwiley is the scorer on this basketball team. She's, if not the best defender on this team, she's second best. We had to find ways for MiLaysia Fulwiley to get more minutes. And not just in the games where we are overwhelming favorites and we know we're going to beat this team. Like right now. We're playing who we playing on Thursday? We're playing on Florida. We're going to be up probably about 30 points against Florida on Thursday. That's not the time for MiLaysia Fulwiley to play like 22, 25 minutes. No. Real talk. These games against Texas, against LSU's, against the Oklahomas, against the Kentuckys and all those, and UConn. We got UConn next week. We got UConn on next Sunday. Game day. One winning streak is already gone. Texas got the mantle with that. They took the trophy. They took the belt. They took the title belt, stopping the South Carolina women's basketball team winning streak. Now, we're still the three-time national champions. But here's the thing. The thing is, that's 2 winning streaks already gone this year. That long winning streak of overall games, that's gone. UCLA took that one. That long SEC winning streak, Texas took that one. You got UConn coming up next week, February the 16th. Okay? Game day going to be there. And we got that Colonial Life Arena winning streak. UConn is looking to take that one too. My situation is, my problem is, the things that I'm feeling right now is we can't be having MiLaysia Fulwiley play 15, 18 minutes in these tough games. Because when you need a basket, because that was the problem in this basketball game tonight. When you needed a basket, when you need a player to go get a basket or to get to the foul line, we don't have a lot of players on this basketball team as it's constructed that can do that with consistency. We don't. We have some terrific shooters. We have some terrific defenders. We have terrific posts. But in terms of, I'm getting this ball and I'm going to the rim. And I'm either going to make the shot or I'm going to get fouled. We have MiLaysia Fulwiley and we have Maddy McDaniel who can do that. Now, Maddy McDaniel's sample size is much smaller, but the way this team is, no. We ain't got a lot of players to do that. We don't. So when you have a game like we just had, where you had, we for the game, we had Powell with 30 minutes and shot 2 for 9 and 2 for 7 from the 3-point line. Powell's 3-pointers wasn't lining up. It just wasn't shooting. It wasn't hitting tonight in Austin. It wasn't. She was 2 for 9 for the field, 2 for 7 from the 3-point line. And you playing a game against a Texas team who rebounds the ball very well. That's a problem. She had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 fouls, and 1 turnover. She cut down the turnovers tremendously because in the previous game against Texas, I want to say she had 3 turnovers. Now, 30 minutes, she had 2 fouls, and those 2 fouls came early in the first quarter. So she limited that. But her 3 was not falling. And then we had, second in minutes was Bree Hall. Bree had 4 fouls. Now, a couple of those fouls is suspect, but she played 31 minutes in this basketball game and 7 points, 2 for 6 from the field, and what was it? 2 for 4 from 3 and 1 for 2 from the free throw line. So you had 2 guards combined for 15 points, but they played 51 minutes. They shot 4 for 15 from the field. We fast forward. So we're talking about Breezy. We're talking about Powell. We're talking about Raven. Raven played 26 minutes in this game. 26 minutes in this game, had 1 point, 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 2 from the three-point line, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 turnover. Assist to turnover ratio, great. Defense, great. She gave Rory Harmon fits tonight. But our starting 3 guards who played 30 minutes, 31 minutes, and 26 minutes combined for 16 points and shot. Was that 2, 4, 4 for 9, 15, 4 for 20, y'all. We're not going to win against those great teams like a Texas shooting like that. We're not. Then you have a situation where MiLaysia Fulwiley played 21 minutes in this game. 13 points, 4 for 9 from the field, 5 for 8 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 0 turnovers. 21 minutes. This right here, this game, we ain't even going to talk about that next to last possession by the South Carolina women's basketball team. We're not going to discuss that situation where the best one-on-one player in the college women's basketball realm was on the bench when we needed a basket. We're not going to discuss that. We ain't going to discuss those situations because we know, I know everybody who's watching me right now will be watching me later. We know that everybody was saying, what the hell? What the hell? Because that wasn't a time that we needed a defensive team in that basketball game. That wasn't. That was a time where we do the old Kobe. We do the old Jordan. We do that way and everybody spread out. You spread out and have MiLaysia Fulwiley go one-on-one. Well, whoever the hell trying to guard her and she get to the foul line or she scores the basket. Nothing happened on that possession. And what happened in the next possession for the South Carolina women's basketball team? Fulwiley came in the game. Fulwiley came into the game, but it didn't matter. We should have got that bucket on that possession. And I'm never going to say that one play decides the game. Never, ever, ever going to decide that because there's so many possessions in this basketball game where things should have been differently for the South Carolina women's basketball team. Things should have been differently. We just got to keep it real with that. But when we come down to crunch time, I want the best offensive players on the court. That's what I want. I just want that chance. And I was torn. I was upset when I didn't see that. She played 21 minutes. She should have easily played 30 in this basketball game. Easily. Without a doubt. This was a game where Fulwiley needed to play 30 minutes and probably would have scored about 20 points in this basketball game because the big three and guards for this team didn't play well tonight. We can stand on business with our defense every day, all day. We can stand on that every single day and twice on Christmas. But in a game like today, where we actually needed to get buckets, we got 13 points in the fourth quarter and 11 points in the second quarter. That's not South Carolina basketball. Come on now. That's not Carolina basketball. Let's go through a few of these comments and questions that we got going on. And it's a lot. And again, I appreciate everybody chiming in. I love it. I love it. Robert Whitaker, what's up, brother? Second chance points is killing us. Chloe is unplayable when you have physical bigs. She's always on the floor getting pushed around. This is where we miss Watkins. Texas and UCLA are a bad matchup for South Carolina. Both teams have physical bigs. Robert Whitaker, bro, I agree with you a lot on what you just said. But here, we also, if we go to the fourth quarter, I would say a good, half of the fourth quarter, we were playing only one big. We were playing only one big. And that big was Sania Feagin. Chloe was in the basketball game. But okay, let's just keep it real, okay? We just gotta keep it real. We have a problem. It's a matchup problem, like you just said. It's a matchup problem when we played UCLA. You know, in regards to with Lauren Betts, and Lauren Betts didn't kill us. It was those other players that killed us. And it's kind of hard to say that we have a matchup problem with Texas when we won by 17 points the previous time, and we should have. We could have won this basketball game. Yes, we miss Watkins, and we miss Watkins going against physical bigs, but I mean, their physical bigs is Oldacre. She didn't do much in this basketball game in terms of she had 6 rebounds, but she didn't have 16 rebounds. Rebounding basketball, they had 42. We had 35. We were out rebounded. Crazy thing about it, last game that we played Texas, we had 42 rebounds and they had 40. So they were very consistent with that aspect once again with their rebounding. It's a situation. It's a situation. I don't, and then that goes to what JB said in regards to what happened to Chloe in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, in terms of our bigs, I mean, Chloe didn't play. She didn't play at all. I'm not a person who questions. Oh, hell, maybe I am a person who questions. I'm telling you like this right here. I rock with Dawn Staley every day, twice on Sunday. Today is Sunday. But I got some questions. I got some questions, emojis that's going on in my brain when sometimes in this basketball game. I really do. I have a few questions in a basketball game. If I was in the media room, in the first question I would ask JB was like, okay, Chloe is our best rebounder. She's our best rebounder on this basketball team. She didn't play a minute in the fourth quarter. Was she in foul trouble? Nope. She wasn't in foul trouble. She wasn't in foul trouble at all. Chloe had 2 personal fouls. She played 24 minutes. And that's without playing in the fourth quarter. She was efficient. She was 4 for 9 for the field with 9 points. She had 4 rebounds, 2 assists. She had 2 turnovers, but I mean, come on. Feagin had 3. Joyce had 2. If I continue to say that I believe that Chloe, Sania Feagin, and Joyce are our best, are one of the best post players in the SEC, I can't have my best rebounder not playing a second in the fourth quarter. I can't have that. I can't have my best scorer of the basketball playing 6 minutes in the quarter. I just can't have those things. Jasmine Tamale said Chloe or Joyce should have been on the floor in those final minutes. I agree with you. Tonight was not Sania Feagin's best day. First time we played Texas, she dominated them. She was an epitome of efficiency. She had 6 block shots, and she played very well. And I think she played 32 minutes that first game. Well, in that fourth quarter, that pivotal fourth quarter, Sania had 2 points, 1 for 3 from the field, 3 rebounds, 1 turnover. I'm not a fan of not playing Chloe Kitts in the fourth quarter. And I'm going to say that until my voice is gone. I'm not. I believe that Chloe is one of the top 3 players on this basketball team, however you want to feel it. She's one of the most consistent players on this basketball team, and she can get a second. Carrie Preston said a lot went wrong today, but we lost because Texas was physical. They bullied us on the glass, and we couldn't attack the paint consistently. Hopefully a wake-up call that we have to play harder. There's been a problem. Thank you for the comment. There's been a problem with South Carolina rebounding all season. Defensive rebounding, we're not very good. Just keep it real. We're not a great defensive rebounding team. We aren't. We are average in defensive rebounding. Offensive rebounding, we are good. But here's the thing. We are good at offensive rebounding when Chloe is in the basketball game. Chloe is our best rebounder, and she's definitely our best offensive rebounder. Statistically based, when you take out Chloe Kitts, rebound drops tremendously for our basketball team. Sania Feagin is an average to above average rebounder. Same thing with Joyce. Chloe is our best rebounder. And Chloe was our best rebounder when Ashlyn Watkins was playing. Think about that. She was our best rebounder when Watkins herself was also getting 20 minutes in the game. Love and light. Yes, I agree. I think the lineup was too small in the fourth. Plus, Joyce and Chloe was a big part of the comeback in the second half. I agree with you completely. And we go back to that third quarter. Go back to the third quarter where Chloe played 10 minutes and 3 points, 1 for 2 from the field, 1 for 1 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 0 turnovers. That's solid. Yeah, Joyce was 6 minutes, 4 points, 2 for 3 from the field, 1 rebound, 0 turnovers. I agree with you completely. Robert Whitaker, how far do we drop in the rankings? We better hope LSU beats Texas so we can get the number 1 seed in the SEC tournament. How far do I think? So, okay, let's start with the net ranking. We're gonna start with the net ranking first. So we look at the net ranking. South Carolina number 1 team in net ranking, number 1 team in strength of schedule. And this game was against a top. Texas was number 3 in net ranking. And it was an away game, and Carolina lost by 4 points. So in terms of the net ranking, I would say probably dropped to maybe 3. And the reason I say 3, it could be 2. Could be 2. And let me explain why. It could be just 2. Because the way the net rankings work, okay? So we take the strength of schedule. Carolina's number 1. That would remain number 1. You take where the game was played. So Carolina was playing an away game. So that means a lot. And you take the margin of victory or loss. So Carolina played an away game against a top 3 ranked Texas squad and lost by 4 points. All those things matter because schedules matter, and you are not penalized when you play games like this. That's why, it's another quadrant 1 team. It's a quadrant 1 loss, but everything works in our favor when we come to seeding and things like that. So we talk about the net ranking. I said we dropped to number 2 and number 3. Okay, I expect that Texas in net ranking will be the number 1 team in net ranking when those things come out. I do. And improves their net ranking. They be the number 1 team in net ranking, and they have more quadrant 1 wins than UCLA, who has played a schedule that's not as good as Texas nor South Carolina. Now, in terms of AP poll, that gets tricky because I despise the AP poll, and it's a horrible situation. I don't really care. But in terms of the AP poll itself, Carolina, man, probably. Let me see, because I don't even really look at the AP poll. But we're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it right now. So in the AP poll, UCLA is number 1. South Carolina was number 2, Notre Dame number 3, Texas number 4, UConn number 5, LSU number 6, and Southern Cal number 7. So I expect that Carolina will drop below Notre Dame, even though I think South Carolina is better than Notre Dame. We will drop below Texas because the naysayers, because the head-to-head, even though we beat them handily the first time, so they'll drop us below Texas. UConn going to drop because they lost to Tennessee. LSU, if they win against Tennessee today, they'll go up. It's a possibility that Carolina could drop to probably 5th. If anything below 5th, I would be upset, Robert. Nicole Thompson, Texas was definitely more physical. There were some balls we had, and they just took it from us. They were. Make no mistake about it. How do you sit Joyce? This is for Virgil Wimbledon. How do you sit Joyce in the fourth quarter? I absolutely love Dawn, but this is not her best coaching day. We got to keep a spade a spade. We got to keep it real to real. We got to call it what we see it. This is Captain Will show. We're not gonna sugarcoat nothing now. That's not what we do. Not me, though. Not me. We gonna sugarcoat now. Man, we gotta call it what it was. And Virgil, I believe you completely. Your leading scorer in conference play. You're talking about the players averaging 15 points for you, who's shooting over 60% from the field. In this SEC was watching a good part of the game. She didn't play a minute. And I'm talking about Joyce Edwards and didn't play none, and Chloe didn't play none in the fourth quarter. I have problems with that. Because you go with your dance partner that you brought to the dance. Maybe she thought that she had a better chance of winning with Feagin. But I don't like it. I just don't like it. Joyce is the most efficient scorer of the basketball on our team. Is she the best defender? No, she's not. She's not the best defender on this team. She's about midway. Midway for this team is very, very good. But the situation with Joyce and Chloe not playing in the fourth quarter, I don't care who's in the post. Because we playing in that fourth quarter, you had Breezy with 8 minutes, you had Raven with 6 minutes, you had Maddy with 2 minutes, you had Tessa with 9 minutes, and you had Fulwiley with 6 minutes. Okay. Here's the thing, y'all. Tessa didn't play well in this basketball game, but she played 9 minutes in this quarter. We got 13 points. Tessa in that quarter had 4 points, 1 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 from the free throw line in 9 minutes because we went small. Who's out there watching me right now? There's a lot of people watching me right now, and I appreciate all of it. Make sure if you watching your man Captain Will, you better hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. You continue to hear about the gospel Gamecocks done by your man Captain Will. But here's the thing: you thinking that Chloe can be a factor in the fourth quarter? You thinking that Joyce couldn't have been a factor in the fourth quarter? I mean, she was in the second quarter. Chloe was in the second quarter. I don't understand. Texas defense, this is from Christopher Nolan. Texas defense, I thank you for being a member, Christopher. Texas defense was good today. I agree with you, Captain Will, regarding MiLaysia Fulwiley's playing more minutes. Super agree. I said a couple days ago that there's going to be a game where we're going to have to turn to MiLaysia Fulwiley to get us buckets. I said it was going to be a game, and that game was today. The problem with that scenario, she didn't play enough minutes. Claire Fennell said to Man Nefay, I love Watkins, but let's not forget she was in foul trouble a lot. Those refs would have had a 3 in the first quarter. You got that right. The way Watkins played and the way they were calling the game, which was terrible. And they made a lot of adjustments in the second half because they knew damn well that they was going to foul out everybody in this game. We was not going to have a situation where we have players playing in this basketball game if they would have continued on the fouls that was happening in the first half. There was no opportunity. There was no chance. No, they had to go back in the lab with a pen and pad, have a meeting at the concession stand over some Coke and some popcorn and say, yo, we got to do better. We can't do that way. Now, I have my issues in the first half regarding the referees because Carolina plays a physical brand of basketball. Texas plays a physical brand of basketball. So when you make you take the physical out in the first half where you are basically one of the strengths of both teams. Is that the game? Come on. Nobody paid money to see the referees. Nobody paid money to see the referees. Good money was exchanged to watch this basketball game. Nobody came to see you, bro. Nobody. Nobody. We were there to watch an amazing basketball game by two top 4 teams in the country play at 2 o'clock on ESPN and showcase the greatness of women's basketball. Nobody come to see you in a black and white tight shirt. Nobody. Glenn Comba, same starting lineup, same slow start. This time we were in a hole and couldn't never get out. Go so ready for MiLaysia and Joyce to start. I mean, bro, I can't like disagree with you what you're saying. I just can't. I mean, we've been going back and forth with starting lineups for a long time. Dawn Staley is not going to change the starting lineup. We already know that. She trusts the players, and then she trusts the players that got her to the party. You know, with Breezy and with Ray and with everybody. You know, that's what she trusts. And Dawn Staley's forgot more basketball than I would ever know, but I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I'm just not with it, bro. I'm not with it, man. I just think that we would be a better team if Joyce got more minutes and Fulwiley got more minutes. I just believe that. I just believe that with my heart, that we will be a better basketball team. I just do. I'm not at the practices, so I don't know that aspect of the game, and it just feels to me that when you have Fulwiley getting 21 minutes in this game, and that's actually more than she normally gets because she averages about 19 minutes a game, and then Joyce getting 18 minutes, and just your leading scorer. Your leading scorer only getting 18 minutes in the game. I'm just not with that, man. Because if those two combining for 39 minutes, you know who played 39 minutes? Madison Booker. Madison Booker played 39 minutes in this game. Now, she was 7 for 22 for the field, had 20 points, but your best scorers on the basketball team combined for 39 minutes. 39 minutes. And 22 points. The best scorers on our basketball team combined for 39 minutes and 22 points. Madison Booker played 39 minutes and had 20 points. I'm just saying. So I'm a huge proponent of depth. Huge. So it's not like it's going to be a situation where Cam was saying, oh, because we lost a basketball game against Texas, that I'm going to say, oh, we got to blow this up. We got to tear this apart. We got to go to the lab with a pen and a pad and rewrite and do lyrics the way that Kendrick Lamar are going to do today during the halftime show. We're not going to do that. But what I'm saying is, when you're playing games against teams like a Texas, when you're playing teams like an LSU, when you're playing a team like a UConn next week, you got to milk the talents of those players who could get you buckets. Get you buckets. I don't like when we score 62 points against anybody. Texas is a really good defensive team. They have a top 7 defensive rating, but I'm just torn. I'm perplexed. We only had 10 turnovers in this basketball game. Last time we had 22. So we cut you schematically thinking, you think that, hey, we cut down our turnovers in half because that was a big thing. Like, oh my God, you can't win against the tough teams when you have 22 turnovers. Well, we didn't have 22 turnovers in this basketball game. We had 22 turnovers in the last basketball game and won by 17. We had 10 turnovers in this basketball game and we lost by 4. So somebody do the math. Somebody do the Marble County math, the math in my head. Like, okay, so what the problem is? What the problem is? Because we have to. Why is that? Why is that we had 10 turnovers? That's it. That's all we had was 10 turnovers. So it was a concerted effort to only have that many turnovers in a basketball game. Texas, they ain't had them at 13 themselves. So both teams took care of the ball well. But what happened? What happened in this game? Well, second chance points. Texas had 19. We only had 12. Points off turnovers. Texas had 13. We had 6. Texas had more turnovers, but we only got 6 points from those turnovers. We had 10 turnovers. Texas got 13. 13. There's a situation, there's a problem in this basketball game. And in the end of the day, Texas beat us. They beat us. So many comments. I try to get through all of them, but we'll see. Ryan Joe, yeah, Breezy got more aggressive because she definitely has the ability. She does. She does. So Brown, 1987, no reaction. Losing how you learn. It happens. These other teams are good too, and they also want to win. Just got to learn and adjust. That's true. You got to learn and adjust. Ain't no worse for the weary. Because, you know, easy game on Thursday. Hard game on Sunday. No other way to slice it. It's a difficult time. And it's a good UConn's a good basketball team. UConn's a great basketball team, to keep it real. Philip Harris didn't shoot too well, but still going to win the Natty. Go Cops. Ty Cromwell, when we saw that the refs was calling everything, we should have kept driving to the basket. Adam Ritter, lineup changes. Bro, there ain't going to be no lineup changes. Because we still only lost 2 games. But, you know, ain't going to be no lineup changes. Hoover Johnson, bottom line, we got killed on offensive rebounding. They had 15 offensive rebounds. We had 11. We should, I mean, that says something because we shot 37% from the field. So there are more opportunities for offensive rebound. And Texas shot 44%. So Texas had 59 shots to the basket. We had 57 shots to the basket. We hit 21. They hit 26. They had a better percentage. We had more opportunities to get offensive rebounds, but we did not. And they made those defensive rebounds because they had 27. We had 24. That is the crux of the situation. Shakim, was Joyce benched in the fourth quarter? I don't know what the hell was going on. I don't know. I don't know what was going on in the fourth quarter. I know she didn't play. I know Chloe didn't play. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm bugging. A lot of people think South Carolina would stay at number 2. I'm hearing that a lot. South Carolina started number 2. South Carolina ain't staying number 2, y'all. In the AP poll, nor the net poll. We ain't staying number 2. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. I already gave you my stats of what I think the AP poll is going to be, and I gave you what I think is going to happen for the net. But we won't be number 2 on the AP. Hey, I'm be real. I said probably number 5, but I would not be the way the AP voters are. I would not be surprised if we dropped to number 6 in the AP poll. If LSU beats Tennessee handily today. I don't even know the score. Let me check and see real quick. Then I think they're gonna. Oh, it's 41-41. That's something. And UConn. Can UConn please go to another conference and play some damn body? I just be so upset watching them. Deborah Antley, listen's not the end of the world, so let's take the loss and move on. I mean, Deborah, you're right, but South Carolina is the most spoiled fan base out there. We're not supposed to lose ever, and when we lose, it's a problem. I know today spoiled everybody's day, spoiled my day. And I know the Super Bowl is going to be playing on later, but I don't give a damn about no Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is today for South Carolina, and then the Super Bowl again, part 2 is next week against UConn. That's how it goes. Glenda Sloan, Miriam needs more practice, but not in a tight game. Fulwiley need more minutes. And thank you for commenting, Glenda. I will say this, man. Maryam Dauda does not look like the same player I saw at Arkansas. I just got to keep it real. I'm not seeing that player whatsoever. Talented player in high school, number 13 overall recruit in that class. They also had Raven and Feagin and Breezy in that class, you know, Sania Rivers. I'm just not seeing that player. And when given minutes so far, and we do, 24 games now? It's never a time where it looks comfortable for her. I'm not sure, but I know this right here. The transfer portal going to be important with South Carolina and getting ready-made posts ready to play. Will Ashlyn Watkins be ready to play come November? I don't know. I would say no. They made a comment talking about Rory Harmon in the basketball game when she tore up her knee and came back in 10 months. Well, and attack rehab, we're doing rehab 5 hours a day. Stuff. We'll see. And will she look like Ashlyn Watkins coming right back? I don't know. But we can't bet on that. A couple things we can't bet on. We cannot bet on Ashlyn Watkins coming back and being the Ashlyn Watkins again, like she was previously. We cannot bet on Maryam Dauda making a huge jump the way that a Chloe Kitts did. We cannot bet on Adhel Tac doing the same thing and making that huge jump. What we have to do now, I already said that Joyce and Chloe are going to be starting forwards for the South Carolina women's basketball team next year. I'm gonna talk about this all week. I still got a problem with the whole situation with Chloe and Joyce then playing the fourth quarter, but I believe they're gonna be the best duo next year. Still got a problem with that. But you got to have some players who got to come in and the way that Coach Staley plays, who's going to get you about 20 minutes in the game. On the current roster right now, after Sania Feagin leaves, we don't have a big who can do that. We don't. That's taking out Joyce and that's taking out Chloe. We ain't got a big who can do that. We got to get a big because we didn't get them in the recruiting cycle, and we won't get them in the recruiting cycle because all the bigs are already taken up by other teams. We got to do that. Otherwise, this time next year, we might be playing one post and 4 guards to a certain degree because we won't have that depth. We have a gluttony of depth right now. We have a gluttony of depth right now. We don't need to have that right next year. In terms of quality minutes, we don't. Claire Fennell said, I think if Lay didn't have an arm issue, she would have played more. She went out hurt. She came back in. She scored a bucket, went to the basket, got a steal. I mean, unless this is how we do in the country. Thank you for the comment. This is how we do in the country, right? I know everybody built different, but country people built way different. I'm gonna just give you an example. I know my mama watching me right now. I'm just give you an example of country folk. I had a big old gash. Do I have it right here? Right here. I got a gash right there. Still got a gash on my eye. I had a gash on the top of my eye that required stitches. Stitches. You know how long it took me to go to ER to get stitches? I had an allergic reaction to something. I don't know what it was. Turned my whole face. I was a kid, about 12 years old. Turned my whole face. Looking like the Elephant Man. Y'all seen that movie, The Elephant Man? That's how my face looked and turned and twisted and everything like a horror movie, right? How about I never went to the ER? I don't even know. I just went to sleep. I think some aspirin. That's how we roll in the country. Mom and Daddy didn't take me no ER. So in the country, I say we just built differently. We built differently. Unless MiLaysia Fulwiley broke her arm, her right arm, that's the only thing that's going to keep her off the court. In the country, we got this saying, you just roll some dirt on it and go out there and play. Now we soft now. Kids out here soft in terms of they don't even go outside and play outside, but I know good and damn well MiLaysia Fulwiley ain't soft. So it got to be a straight up hurt, not an injury. Because MiLaysia Fulwiley can get in there and play. And I know if she can dribble the basketball, one arm, she's going to go out there and play. So I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in all of it. I'm disappointed in it. We got to lock it out, roll it up, throw it away. Get ready for Florida, in particular. Get ready for UConn. Get ready for UConn, because we got a whole situation. We got a whole situation going on with this basketball team. If we lose UConn, I'm curious what that line going to say. Here's what line gonna say. Because like I said before, we was 2.5 point favorite against Texas in their place. What if we like a 2.5, 3.5 point favorite against UConn at our place? I mean, they giving us a couple points, and we still like supposed to win, right? I'm so curious to seeing what happens with that. I want to see more MiLaysia Fulwiley. And I'm gonna say that every game, every day. I talk every day. I want to see more MiLaysia Fulwiley. I want to see more Joyce Edwards in the basketball game going forward. I believe that this is Captain Will's belief. I believe that if MiLaysia Fulwiley and Joyce Edwards does not average 22, 25 minutes, if Chloe Kitts does not average 22, 25 minutes per basketball game, we ain't winning no chip. We ain't winning no chip. Because we cannot continue the rest of the laurels of what happened last year. We can't. The last year is gone. Last year is gone. And we got to play the players who can score some buckets consistently. Thank you for tuning in. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Continue to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and continue to make this podcast grow. We almost 31,000 subscribers doing what we do. And thank everyone for tuning in who's been rocking with me since the beginning. Since the beginning. Y'all enjoy y'all Super Bowl. Drink responsibly. Middle-aged folks take a nap. This includes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. You're not rocking with the best, and since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.